What's up, Sag? Welcome to your December general reading. This is going to be for you, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. But of course, it's not going to hit home for all of you guys. So definitely check out your other placements. Before I get started, I want to give you guys a huge birthday shout out. You guys, I love Sagittarius. You guys are near and dear to my heart. I think a lot, if I think back, a lot of my childhood friends were Sagittarius. My son is a Sagittarius. Shout out to you if you were born December 9th. That's his little birthday. He's going to be 9 this year and I can't believe it. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your energy. I appreciate the fun that you guys bring, the adventure that you guys bring, the honesty that you guys bring. And I'm hoping that you guys all have a loving and fun season. Okay. So definitely put your birthday down below because I would love to personally wish you guys all a happy birthday. I also am always curious to know who like celebrity twins are. If I'm thinking about it, I mean, I know so many more, probably not when I'm filming, but like, I know Jay-Z is a Sag. I know Nicki Minaj is a Sag. There's so many more that I'm going to feel stupid about. It's going to be like, oh yeah, doesn't matter. Put your birthdays below. I want to wish you guys a happy birthday. Okay, so let's get into the cards. I do want to say too, before I get into the cards, I actually did a December video, which was for the collective, just kind of breaking down certain December dates. So if you're looking for more of an astrological cover, that would be that. Or, that could help you with some of these. I will touch on the dates, especially as they pertain to cards that have popped up. I do want to say before we get started, for you guys, there were 3 threes that came through for you, right? And it felt really significant. You've got a 3 of Cups, you got a 3 of Pentacles, you got a 3 of Wands. 3 is a beautiful number. 333 is a seriously spiritual number, right? It's very much closely related to Father, Son, Holy Spirit, right? It's about that human and spiritual consciousness connecting, right? And I love to see this in your read because whenever you see 333, it does kind of imply that there's been positive and significant growth and in a positive direction. And it always talks about having confidence and moving forward and just really knowing that you guys are guided. I love that too because the bottom unseen energy, you guys got the Temperance card, which is your energy, right? This is the Sagittarius card. This is a card about patience. This is a card about alchemy. This is a card about making things flow. And I think that's where a lot of you guys are in your journey right now. A lot of my personal clients who are Sagittarius, you guys have come such a long way with all the things that have been thrown at you guys and you've been dealing with it. Like, you've been dealing with it, even if it feels like it hasn't been so graceful, or you might have messed up, or you might have had this, or you might have had that. You guys are on point with everything that's happening, and you guys are experiencing significant growth in the right direction. So I do want you to keep that in mind, even if things do feel a little bit difficult. And I say that too because you have 2 5s that came out, right? And 5s in tarot are usually connected to chaos. They're usually connected to change, which can be uncomfortable. Now for you guys are mutable fire. So to me, if anybody is able to change and kind of switch gears, I feel like you guys can do that. But there may have been some things going on, especially within your relationships, that are just, putting you in a different place, which is really, really good. So you got the Temperance card. That's your energy. I think you guys are feeling a lot more confident at this time, no matter what you've been going through. I think that you guys are really trying to find a flow of what works for you. Collectively, when Sagittarius season runs around, we all are thinking a little bit deeper. We're tapped in a little bit more to our spiritual beliefs, tapped into more like wanting to travel. And it's just it's deep, which is very bizarre because if Sag is like, y'all are light and playful, but you are deep, right? Like you are very deep. You can have some really profound conversations with Sagittarius. So there's that balance of that. And speaking of balance, you guys start off with 6 of Pentacles with Ace of Pentacles here, okay? I do love seeing this together. So any of you guys who may have been having issues in terms of finances, things are balancing out, right? You are, you're gaining a little bit more money, even opportunities. Now, Mercury is going to be moving into your second house, which is really, really good in terms of work and money and opportunities and money. This is great for, if you are, it's the end of the year, maybe you're trying to talk to your employers about your bonuses, or maybe you're trying to elevate and get a new position, get a new job. This is going to be really favorable for you in your business dealings. And even like those of you guys who are entrepreneurs, this is a really good time for you guys to be able to pick up some clientele, okay? And with Mars being in your first house, right? Because Mars is going to be moving to your sign on the 13th, same day as Mercury moving to Capricorn. With that happening, everybody's feeling a little bit more motivated. We come out of that Scorpio season of feeling very like emotional and just a little bit more kept to ourselves, where Sag season brings some of that fun. It brings some of that adventure. It brings some of that drive. Mars being in Sag is very, very good, especially because it just feels comfortable there. It's that fire energy. So there's going to be a lot of get up and go. I do want you guys to be mindful of your communication with people this month, though. And that's something I'm going to be saying to everybody, but you guys especially, because we're in your season, right? And you guys are one of the most honest signs I've ever met, right? I tell people all the time, and I even said this in the December video, if you want the truth about no, that's not. If you claim to want the truth about something, but honestly, you want someone to kind of stroke your back and like even put a dress on a pig and maybe say it a little bit more tactful or a little bit lighter. Or if you just are someone who doesn't really want the truth, but it sounds good to be like, just be honest. You don't want to ask it from a Sagittarius, because you guys are so pure in that way. Like, you will keep it real, and there is no edge. There is no meanness to it. It's just like, well, what they wanted to know. Like, that's what it is. And you guys can literally move on. Now, everybody collectively is going to be feeling this energy, which is good for certain signs, I will say, because some people could actually use your energy to help them communicate a little bit better. But with you, I just want to make sure, especially with that Temperance card coming out, making sure that you guys are thinking twice before you say certain things, because this is a time where things can feel a little bit prickly. People can be a little bit more sensitive to the things that you do have to say. Because everyone's just going to be feeling really direct and blunt. And even though we're all feeling that, we do know that there are people who can dish it and can't take it. So just be mindful of that, right? Now, I pulled a Six of Wands. That's clarifying that Six of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. This is a victory. This is about you guys being seen. I think this ties into a lot of, like I said, opportunities in terms of work, pay raises, that type of thing. Things are definitely elevating in that, because it feels like you guys are seen. It feels like someone is noticing you, there's success around you, which brings more opportunities to you. I think a lot of you guys have been having kind of a troubling time in terms of your personal life and your personal, like, intimate relationships. So I think a lot of you, what you've been doing is kind of pouring yourself into your work, which is a good thing. I want you, though, to be mindful of the fact that it's better to do the things that you're inspired to do when you're inspired to do them. And I'm saying this because sometimes when we're just like pushing, like trying to effort and making something, happen so, fast or the way that we want it to, sometimes we add resistance to the situation. So whenever you have, inspirations to do something, go with it. If you are feeling like you cannot, unless it's something like you got to pay this bill by whatever, give yourself a moment, give yourself the grace, because it really doesn't matter. And I'm learning this the older I get. It really doesn't matter so much the work that we do. It's kind of like the energy behind the work and what we do, right? So I want you guys to keep that in mind. I think that there's a lot of success here for you. I think there's a lot of growth here for you, especially in terms of work. Like I said, Mercury being in your second house, that gives you guys a lot of like the right words to say, you know what I mean? And the right approaches in terms of getting the things that you want. That Mars being in your first house, that's going to give you a lot of that drive. So in terms of work, like, things are looking pretty cute, right? Now, in the past, you have the Five of Wands here. So there was a conflict. There was chaos. There could be change. Now, this could be internal conflict that you guys are dealing with personally, but this could also be conflict with people around you. This could be your siblings. This could be your lovers. This could be your friends. This could be whatever. It just feels like, oh, I love to see this. Okay, so you got the Star card here that's clarifying this. There's healing that will come from this. Some of you guys might be feeling really down about how a situation ended, especially if this is a relationship. I'm feeling now after seeing the Star card, Magician. So especially if you were with like an Aquarius or an Aries, there is healing that comes from this. There is hope that comes from this. I do love to see this Star card though too, because that, and knowing that I got the Six of Wands, I think you guys are really being seen. Like, I think there's a lot going on in terms of exposure, especially in the workplace, which is really, really good. And I think this distraction, like I said, I think a lot of you guys have been pouring your time into your work because that's just kind of like the easiest thing to do at the moment. I think it's actually been really good for you, but make sure that you are taking certain breaks that you need to take that are necessary. Now, because you do have the Five of Pentacles here in the near future, I don't love to see this because this can talk about feeling left out of something. This might be one of those birthdays that you feel is kind of lonely. Maybe some of you guys are staying to yourself a little bit more. Again, there's been a lot of dynamics, it feels like, of friendships and relationships that have changed for you guys. And I think that that does affect you. Maybe some of you guys are literally shifting, like physically moving. I do also want to say, I'm getting those of you who are like due for a doctor's appointment, make it, right? Because, you know, the Five of Pentacles and Pentacles in general, it's not all just about your money and like your material possessions. It can be linked to your health as well. So there may be some things that some of you guys have to get checked out. Definitely do that. This is the time to do that. Make those appointments, make those follow-ups, get your checkup, that type of thing. But I want you guys to really keep in mind, that even if things are different this year, you know, and holiday season is hard for a lot of people because there are a lot of people who feel lonely, you know, or there are a lot of people who throughout the year may experience loss. So maybe this is their first holiday without their mother, brother, sister, father, cousin, best friend, whatever. I just, be nice to yourself and be patient and understand that even though it may feel like for some of you guys that you're alone, you're not alone. In fact, you have guidance, right? So you have guidance here. And like in a spiritual sense, maybe some of you guys have ancestors or someone who've passed on who are looking out for you and connecting to you. You might feel particularly connected this holiday season. I'm getting that for some of you guys, especially if something has recently happened, like with a grandmother, a mother, something like that. Now, in terms of money, like I said, I feel like things are evening out because you got this Ace of Pentacles. So that is about doors opening. That is about more money coming in. That is about the, you know, the opportunities for more abundance to you. I think it's just really important at this time, if money is the issue, keep going, right? You've got the Seven of Pentacles card that's clarifying the Five of Pentacles. So that is a card of perseverance. That is a card of trial and error. It's interesting because when you get to the Seven of Pentacles, you don't really know, like you planted your seeds, but you don't really know how things are going to grow. You don't know what they're going to grow into. It's kind of a place of the unknown. It's kind of that place of, you know, having to have that patience and waiting. So you've got two cards about patience, really, the Temperance and the Seven of Pentacles, and you've got a lot of cards that are representing that Pentacle energy. So this is a lot to do with getting your money in order, even getting your family and your home life in order. You know, Jupiter is going to be moving to Pisces at the end of the month. And for you guys, that's going to be tapping into your fourth house, which is all about your domestic things, your home, your family, your mother, your, you know, whatever. So there are a lot of shifts that are happening at home and in work, but I do feel like it's for the best. Keep going. You guys have a lot of opportunities coming up for you. Now, Six of Cups is interesting here. Because it's sitting in the cop out area. Like, this is what you don't want to do. This is what you want to avoid. I think at this moment, while some of you guys may be feeling a little bit more vulnerable, nostalgia can be a dangerous thing, especially if this has to do with an ex who made, you know, full well wasn't for you, or you know full well whatever. Things can get tricky with that, especially if you have days or times this month where you feel lonely. Now, that Six of Cups energy, it is soulmate energy, but again, it's in this sense, I feel like it's tapping into the nostalgia. Don't go back. Also with that, Venus is going to be going retrograde. I think that has a lot to do with that too. And when Venus goes retrograde, we take a deeper look at those relationships we've been having. Not only that, December 1st, Neptune's going direct. So that's already forcing us to look at and pull out the illusions of our lives, you know? So there might be a lot that's kind of encouraging you to go back and maybe look at other opportunities or second chances with certain people. But I don't think that this is the time to get caught up in the missing and the nostalgia and, oh, but we had fun 5 years. Like, this isn't the time. Okay. Now you got 8 of Pentacles or 8 of Discs, which is clarifying that. I think that, again, work is the priority. I think a lot of you guys who are focusing there, and not even just work, just you are the priority, right? You know, typically in a the Rider-Waite deck, the 8 of Pentacles, he's sitting alone. He's working alone. He's doing things tunnel vision. He doesn't have a whole lot of distractions around him. And I think for you guys, this is like, don't get caught up in the distractions, especially when it comes to love. Honestly, when it comes to love, I tell everybody, just chill till next year. Chill till next year. Like, if it's not just organically coming together already and whatever, like, chill till next year. Venus will go back direct, I believe, on the 29th of January. So give yourself like this month. You know what I mean? Now, 3 of Cups. I'm telling y'all, nostalgia is going to be tricky this month. Okay. The past is going to be tricky this month. The want to go back and revisit old lovers, old situations is going to be tricky for you this month. Okay. You've got the 3 of Cups, which is about, you know, serendipity, coming together. It's happiness. It's joy. It's people celebrating something. But you also got the Devil. So while you're out going to these holiday parties, while you're out going to these, you know, whatevers, be mindful of, first of all, be mindful of the things that are around you that maybe you've been trying to grow out of and, you know, grow through. Be mindful of the people. You know, I get the feeling some of you guys might have mutual friends, like with the ex or with the something. So it might put you in a situation where you're like cornered in this party. And of course, the thing to do would be, you know, to kind of unleash. I think that would be tricky. And I say that too because you got the 5 of Pentacles that's showing at the bottom of the card now. Right? This is that feeling left out in the dark. There is a chance for you, Sag, that something from the past is going to come back, an opportunity with that. But I would strongly advise that at this time, you just keep paying attention to you and looking to the future. I mean, you've also got the 3 of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands. 3 of Pentacles is about being social, getting out there, collaborating with new people, whether it's work, meeting new people, whether you're dating. I think there's new things here for you, more stable things, right? I think a lot of Sagittarius are like, you guys know how to have a good time, but there's this need to have the security and the stability and the sureness of that right now, right? And then you got 3 of Wands, which is about looking into the future, waiting for your ships to sell in, being open to the new experiences coming to you, right? This person, usually 3 of Wands, they're waiting for something new. They're going on a new adventure. So, you know, keep that in mind. I think that this solar eclipse is going to be super powerful for you guys. Obviously, it's in your sign. So it's going to be all about you, affecting you, how you treat you, your ego with you. It's really all about you right now. Like, it's okay to be a little bit selfish right now, okay? You also have, there is a stream of love supporting my dreams. Love this. A stream of love, darling. Look at this. I mean, I think there's a lot of big things that a lot of you guys have in mind that you've been wanting to do for yourself and wanting to do for your family. And all these things are in the works. I think that a lot of you guys are actually alone right now. Those of you guys who are, it's because you're supposed to have this time alone. You can't have distractions, or you should not play into the distractions, is what it's trying to say. Now it says obstacles and blocks are lifted. It says all your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. Loves it. And then you've also got free yourself. Okay, it's time to take back control of your life. So again, especially for those of you guys who like an ex or something from the past has like the devil's grip around your neck, it's time to free yourself. It's time to move on. Really let this new moon guide you into where you're supposed to be. And solar eclipses in general, you let them guide you. You don't try to direct them, right? So let it guide you, but free yourself. Some of you guys have to free yourself of something old that is possibly coming back to tempt you. So I just want to keep that in mind. I think the biggest thing is to stay in the now, looking to the future. You guys have opportunities with money coming your way. So, and this is a great time to capitalize on it because you got all the tools working for you. And I hope that this was helpful, guys. I love you so, so much. Again, happy birthday. If you would like a personal reading, reach out to me at shesvibeytarot@gmail.com. Go to my About tab, look at the menu of services. It's all laid out for you, pricing and everything. If you want to have a live reading with me, there's a link that you can literally schedule it yourself, okay? So I love you. I hope that this was helpful, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, Sag.